Hey guys, so today we're gonna be starting a friend. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Profanity filter. I guess we can. I think I'm gonna do this the Angola National Zoo. Alright, and we're off. Okay, so I am going to start mapping out my zoo, so I will make sure that I get back to you guys whenever I'm done with that. So here is what I have so far. So I'm thinking we have a habitat here, a habitat here, habitat here with staff rooms back here, then another habitat here, food and drink and restrooms right here, then another habitat right here, and of course another habitat right here. So I think the very first habitat that we're gonna do in this zoo and this video is gonna be on, I do believe we're gonna go to a grassland animal because I don't want them to be super uncomfortable, and that is a decent sized area, so I don't want to go super small here, but I also don't want to go with something. No, that's let's see. Oh, and we want it to be a habitat. Aardvarks are tiny. Let's see. I would be down for a quokka, maybe. 24 of them. So I probably won't go any more than 15 probably, and then a bunch of juveniles. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna do the quokka for today. Great. So I'll get started on that. I think we are gonna put a gate over here. Wait. Quokkas. They need to be more than 4.1 feet. Okay. I don't want to have the guests enter the habitat. Actually, yeah, no. Maybe if we go deeper into the zoo, maybe I'll have them do that. They have only one offspring, easy reproduction. That's solid, Barriers, I think I'm gonna go with this wooden habitat gate. Actually, I want a regular habitat gate. And then no barriers, because I am gonna make my own barriers for this. Alrighty, so I'm thinking we should use the same barriers throughout the entirety of the zoo. And I'm gonna change these to null too. Alrighty, so there's our habitat. It is, oh wow, it's 1600. Okay, that's more than enough. So I will go to construction, architecture and walls. I am thinking we use because in case you guys don't know, construction pieces have infinite strength, so you can use these on any habitat, and the animal, in case that it will not be able to escape by breaking the barrier. Let's see. I could do wooden plank walls. I mean, those might not look the greatest. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do those. I kind of might want to do plaster. No, it's a little bit bland. Metal plank. How do these guys look? Those guys look good. I think we'll do these guys. Okay. So when you use these guys, oh, I need to turn random rotation off. Okay. So here is that. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna, I'm gonna make about 2 like that, and then I'm gonna make some some custom viewing ones. I might use that, then hit X and sink that into the ground. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sink that into the ground like that. Bring this over here. Then I'm gonna put that. Then I'm gonna take, yeah, I'll take this guy. And then we'll bring him down like that. You can put him like that so it looks like it has structure at the base. Yep, I like that. I'm gonna go back to all glass. We want glass, and we are gonna do one-way glass just because the animals would feel safer in that, just in case they are not quite as comfortable with the guests. So this is what the quote would be saying. Very much masks the people. So we're going to use this, and what we can do is we can go to this multi-selection. We can go like this. We can hit Control D, and we can bring this around like that and place them. Okay, so I will get back to you guys once I finish the barrier. Okay, so I have just finished this barrier, but what I am going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to move it back here. So if I ever need to copy and paste that for another habitat, I can just come over here and I can hit the multi-selection. I can just go like that, right? And then it's copied, so I don't have to go through the process of making it all over again. So now I am going to make the staff facilities area, because, well, I need to get the Quokkas and they need to go in quarantine. So we're just gonna have a nice strip of them down here. And I think that we want to make a little T shape here, or a Y shape. But it's a very awkward shape, you know? Okay, so I'm going to go to facilities. I'm going to hit staff facilities, animal trade center. I'm going to have that guy right here, right? I'm going to go to the keeper hut. We just need a small one for right now. So that guy's going to go right there. Then we are going to get a quarantine. However, it is going to be a small one. So that goes there. And we are going to need a research center for later down the line when we do want to start researching animals and upgrade their like welfare using enrichment, better enrichment. So yeah. And then a vet. We're gonna need a vet. And last but not least, a workshop. Okay, So now we're gonna buy the world. I'm gonna have to go to zoo. Then we're gonna go staff work zone. Just create a new work zone and just go to everything and close it within. And we're gonna call this one zoo, so everything will go into this one, and then as we go on we'll create smaller ones for more like specific animals that have specific needs. So now that everything's in there, we can go back and we can hire a singular caretaker, a singular keeper, a singular mechanic, and a vet. We don't need a security or educator yet because security is not a necessity, because right now they're just basically taking up our money. Same with an educator. Those guys will be for later on in the zoo. Maybe episode 3 we'll start getting them. So we do have to add them into the work zone. So that guy's going to zoo, this guy's going to zoo, this guy's going to zoo, this guy's going to zoo. We can go to animal trading, and we can go we're going to go to the Quokka. So we're going to deselect the llama and we're going to go all the way down to the Quokka. There you are. Confirm. So I do believe these guys live in groups of 24 with as many males and as many females as is needed. So I don't want to spend credits though. I do want to have high fertility so we can breed them and get more credits so we can buy cooler animals down the line. Obviously I don't want horrible animals, but this early on in the zoo I just need, I'm actually going to sort by appeal. This guy is number 1 appeal, then, I guess I should say gal is number 1 appeal. This guy has the lowest appeal, but I think it's pretty good, so I'm going to get them. So then we're going to go and take all of these guys, send them into quarantine. Oh, I gotta unpause the game. Hold on. Go back to animal trading, animal storage, because the game kind of glitches when you first do stuff. So there we go. So now it recognizes that that's actually there. And so in this meantime, we are going to adjust the null barriers just so the animals cannot escape, really. Because these null barriers, sometimes they'll get stuck inside the barrier like this, right? A baby quokka, the chances it squeezes through there are very small, but it's still that chance, and I don't want to take that chance just because it's an alert that will get annoying in the future. So while they're in quarantine, I am going to actually put the enrichment in the habitat. So we are going to put a small barrel feeder right over here for when people first walk in. And then we are actually going to go to terrain, and instead of using the water feeders that the game gives us, we're actually going to make a small pool and fill that with water. And then if we have a actually I think I want to move that. If we have a water cleaner, I don't know if that's actually what it's called in the game, I just had a little blank, then this will keep the water clean and the quokkas can actually drink from it. So, and it adds a little bit of more naturality to it, because in the wild you would see little pools like this, and this is what they actually would be drinking from in the wild. So, but however, quokkas cannot swim, so I'm not making this one huge. But for larger animals, I tend to make them a little bit bigger. Oh, looks like the quarantine is just finished. Well, that's only one of them. Oh, that's 2 of them. Okay. So I'm gonna go back, and we are going to put a herb scent marker down over here. Then I like to put the sprinklers near the water. I don't know, it's just a thing I like to do. Same with these jets. Man, they have very little enrichment. I'm gonna need to research these guys. So we'll put one feeding platform there, and then another big one over here. And yeah, that's probably all that is needed. And then I am also going to make my own shelter. So I'm gonna take these guys, I'm just gonna move them. So they're all scheduled. Once they all arrive, I'm actually going to go to construction and take all this out, and I am going to find the wooden beams, which should be down here because they're W's. It might actually be Planet Zoo beam. No. Oh. No, that's not it. I think it's Planet Zoo wooden beam. I think that's what it is. Oh, we're gonna pause it because they have officially arrived. I do not see them, so they must be all the way down here then. Yeah, this is a wood beam. Here it is. The wood beam. So this is also going to be used for many habitats. So I'm just gonna go build this upon the side over here. Oh, I probably should not have placed that. Okay, here we go. So now we can form kind of. We'll actually shrink this side down. I'm gonna go back and like this, right? And once it's in line, you can raise it back up. Make sure it's just barely in the ground. There it is. So those guys should be the same height now. Gotta make sure they're kind of in the same row though. Or in line. Yeah, that is not in line. Okay. I'm trying to make sure they're in line in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Alright, yeah, I think this needs to be shifted just a wee bit. Okay, there we go. So that is good, and then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Then we're gonna take these, and we are going to go across, so we are going to put them like that. Okay, and what we can do is we can just hit this, we can hit multi-select, we can go Uno, Dos, Trace, and we can hit Control X, and then that will allow us to just shift these right over. And then that's good, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do multi-select again. We're gonna take these guys. Oh, we gotta actually deselect that other beam. So we're gonna take these guys, we're gonna hit X, shift them up a little bit, and then so that is the rough, well, not yet actually. I'm gonna go back to construction. Okay, here we are. So now we need these guys. So I'm gonna hit X, put it on its side, move it up, side. Okay, don't hit the multi-select again. Multi-select is like my favorite tool. I'm gonna move these guys down here. So there's your rough frame, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to construction. Yes, I know this is a little bit tedious. And then we hit... Gotta keep going. There it is, okay. So we're gonna hit these flat beams that are 6 meters. Hit X, push them down, make them flat. That's not quite, yep, there we go. Then I gotta hit check, then X again, then I'm gonna move. Then down, 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 down. Then I wanna hit multi-select. I wanna hit these guys. I wanna hit Control X again. Then we gotta rotate them. Then we gotta hit X. Then you gotta angle them at the exact angle at which these beams are angled. So hit X, and we are gonna go like this. We wanna make them parallel, basically. There it is, that's it. Then we hit X, we push it down a little bit. I'll pull this in, bang. Then you want to just hit multi-selection again. Just gonna select all of, oh, nope. Then want to hit Control X, so you can just slowly but surely move these guys along. Last one for this side at least. And we gotta go all the way down here. Put them down. There. Oh, that was misplaced on my part. And the last one. We are actually gonna hit X. I wanna straighten this guy out a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna take out this one, hit X here. We're just gonna slightly move it down until it's out of sight of there. I mean, that's good. So then we can just take this, right? And that's pressing that, so we just go, oh, wait, hold on. Gotta delete these guys under here. Delete. So this gives us a good basic shelter that is also custom made. I'm gonna control do that, wanna plop him down in the middle, but because these are Quokkas, I am gonna lower it a little bit. So, there you go. That is how I make my shelters. I mean, not perfect. Nothing's perfect. But it's visually appealing enough as to where I like it, you know? And then I think that's about everything. If I click on these Quokkas, if I unpause the game, and I click on the Quokka, his welfare is, okay, terrain, not great. There needs to be some more soil, so we are going to do that. I always like to make the section of the water the more soily section. I don't know why, it just makes sense to me. But, of course, you guys paint your terrain however you would like to paint it. Now we are actually going to paint some more with short grass. like this section over here by the feeding station, sort grass, this thing, the herb marker, and then dial it down a little bit just so it blends in a little bit more, because if you just go straight 100 then it doesn't really blend in, because it's just like harsh edges. But see, if you go like 50% and just fast move it over this, kind of blends all of it together. So you kind of get that effect, you know? And then we gotta go to the plants. Okay, we're gonna go to Oceania Grassland. So now it's time for the plants. These cabbage trees I really like. I think these guys are cool. Ooh, boab. I think I'm gonna add one of these fat boabs down here. There it is. And then a few sapling cabbages. And then one of these small cabbages. Another medium cabbage on this other side of the boab. Above this feeding platform. And then we take, ooh, what's a coastal pig face? So this is pretty nice. I can just scatter this along the base of the trees. Make sure that looks decent. Yeah, I like it, I like it. I always like scattering this kind of stuff beneath, so I will get back to you guys after I finish the nature. Okay, so I've just finished the nature. I think the habitat looks great. I added some rocks over here by the water, a few rocks down here, and a few rocks over here. However, while I was doing that, I did remember I forgot to add the habitat bedding. So I'm adding that now. I always like to leave very little of the shelter without the bedding, just in case they like just want the shelter for shelter and not to sleep. So they can like huddle against this rock that's still under the shelter, or play around in these, what are they? Spiny-headed mat rushes. That's an interesting name. These flowers, oh my, why are they levitating? Okay. So that is the end of episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh wait, no it's not. Education. Oh man, how could I be so stinky? Okay, so we are gonna add donation bins. So I'm gonna add a donation there, a donation here. I always like to add one per viewing area, unless it's really long like this, and I'll add one per half of it, kind of like that. One there, and last but not least, one here. Then education, we need to go to align to surface, and random rotation is not on. Oh, maybe it is. No, it's not. And what's the problem with that? There it is. Okay. So we just add that there, add that there, add that there. Come down here, add that there, add that there. We are gonna add one right here. Oh. Exit that group, I don't know. Okay, almost done. After I do this, I am going to add a speaker up front about the Quokka. Then I'm gonna add one here, one here. Then the speaker, I'm gonna put it right behind this donation bin. And of course, you can't forget the children education. So we're gonna hide it between the speaker between a giraffe and a gorilla, like that. Now we can put a paw station here and a soundboard here. So that is education. Now I just gotta assign everything. Oh, this is difficult with this speaker. There we go. On the Quokka, I'm gonna max that out. Then we we do need to come down here. This is on the Quokka. This is on the Quokka. Education is my least favorite thing to do, so if I forget to do it, please just tell me in the comments and I will make sure I get to it next episode. However, I don't think you guys want to see me. If there's anything you guys saw me do this episode that you're like, that's boring, I don't want to watch you do that, please let me know in the comments and I will cut that out of my next videos. And as we near the end of this education process, and once we get an educator, then I will assign these talk points with the Quokka. As a player, I don't know who you are, but hi. You always want to do that because it sends you credits. Yes, I know I'm low on cash. I don't care. That's going to boost up. I don't care. I don't have any security guard. And with that, that is the end of the video. But, I mean, all this was inspired by Paul's build. So if you don't know who he is, I suggest going to watch him. Are these guys mating? Are they? Yeah, they're mating. Wow, that's actually a really coincidence. That is a coincidence. They just mated. Is she expecting offspring? Let's see. Oh, you need to get out of that bush. Yes, she's expecting offspring. Okay, so now I'm just gonna watch these Quokkas. But see, they're coming over for a drink. See? I always do this because it looks pretty cool. Like, he's drinking back there. So after every video, I am going to do this, do a little thing with the animal. Just do a little thing showing them in their habitat. Alrighty. With that, I think that's the end of episode 1. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode.